Looking for a quick and easy Halloween laser project to add some spooky charm to your home? I've got one for you. Stick around and by the end of this video, you'll have your own layered witch cauldron ready to display. Plus, I'll share a simple trick for perfectly aligning those tiny laser cut letters.
Hey and welcome to my channel. I'm Lena and I share DIY tutorials and creative hacks to help you level up your skills. And today I'm going to be showing you how I made this simple layered Halloween design, a bubbling cauldron, with your laser cutter. I'll walk you through the design file using xTool Creative Space, how I chose to paint this project, assembling the pieces, and my favorite stencil trick for getting the perfect letter placement. Don't worry if you don't have xTool specific products to follow along, you can use your own laser. Whether this is your first laser cut project, or you're just looking for something fun and last minute for a Halloween craft, this one's simple enough that you could finish today if you wanted. So let's get into it.
When I created this file, I wanted something quick and easy to paint that could still be eye-catching. So I decided to keep the cauldron design to 3 layers, meaning less cutting time and easier assembly. But there's still enough pieces to add a few different colors to make it pop. For this design, I'll be using 1/8 inch MDF for both layers. It's affordable, pretty easy to cut, and it's what I have on hand. When working in XCS, something I like to do is change the color of each layer depending on its functionality. For example, I usually put the colors that I'm going to cut in red, and anything that needs to be scored is in purple. This is just a quick and easy way to tell if things are correct at a glance. Now I have this file available to download if you want to save some time. All the pieces are already created and on their own canvases. The settings are also applied for each. This design was created with the xTool M1 in mind, but if you have a different laser or you want to use another material type, all you have to do is change your material thickness, update some of the cut and score settings, and change your machine. Now that I have all the pieces, it's time for painting. I'll be using spray paint for this project. I went with a flat black primer for the cauldron and a white primer as a base layer for the bubble pieces to make the green that I add later brighter. I decided to go with 3 shades of green for this concoction, I guess we'll call it. Since there are 3 layers, I want the top layers to appear lighter and the back layer darker. So I'm going with a bright green for the bubbles and a deeper green for the stew. Are we gonna call it stew? Yeah. I masked off the bones sticking out with painter's tape to keep it white. For the middle layer of bubbles, I used the similar green to the top bubbles, but lightly sprayed it to keep the white base poking through to give it a gradient look. Now that everything is dry, it's the fun part of piecing it all together. I'll be attaching everything using regular CA glue. And here it is, the super simple alignment hack for your letters. Save the scrap piece that your letters came from, and then use it as a stencil to perfectly align your lettering. This trick works on any project that involves lettering, or really any project with multiple pieces. It helps to space things evenly and save a ton of time. Now, when I first designed this file, I actually didn't even have this saying, but I felt it was too plain and ended up adding it later, which is why my stencil doesn't quite look the same as the file, and I ended up painting the letters off screen. Here's another tip, and it's one of those do as I say, not as I do. If you do have letters to paint, it's best to paint them outside of the stencil that you plan to use later, because if you paint the stencil, the original hole becomes tighter and it's harder to get your pieces through without getting stuck. If you find yourself in that situation, it's best you raise the stencil a bit and try to push all the way through instead of placing it in the negative space. In the original file, I didn't have a specific place to put the handles, so you can put it wherever you want. This is when I decided I wanted the "and bodies" part of the saying to have a curve in it, so I just eyed it, and this kind of works. I then added a sawtooth hook on the back so I could hang it. Because of the placement of the bubbles on the front, I could screw the hook in, and it wouldn't show through on the other side. And here's what the final piece looks like. You could choose to hang it on your wall, your door, or shrink it down and make an ornament.
So there you have it. An easy, layered Halloween laser cut design that you can make at home with just a few materials. I've linked this design in the description along with a free pumpkin layered laser cuts file. That's hard. Laser cut file that you can try at home. In the comments, let me know what your favorite decoration is, or if you're doing your own spooky DIYs, I want to see what you're up to. And if you love this project and you want to check out some of my other videos to get more creative inspiration, you know where to find them. Until next time, stay inspired.